There's obviously a big tarantula in here in this cork bark, and she is one of the favorites. It is the Grammostola pulchripes, the Chaco Golden Knee tarantula, and this is the proper way to handle a tarantula, a large tarantula. You want to coax them from behind and gently onto person. Let's see what it's gonna take to get this tarantula onto me in a super safe manner. Let's go, pretty girl. Come on. There you go. So I already have a feel for this tarantula. I know that I'm probably not gonna get tagged. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tongs down and just kind of help her, guide her onto person. This is the Grammostola pulchripes, the Chaco Golden Knee tarantula, my second favorite species out of all species in the entire 900 species of tarantula. And if you think you know what my first favorite tarantula species is, comment below. But here we go. We're gonna talk about the Grammostola pulchripes, the Chaco Golden Knee tarantula today. Whenever you're handling a larger tarantula species or specimen like this particular female right here, you always want to be close to the ground, because in case something happens and they lose the footing and they take a little bit of a fall, they're not going to be too far from the ground and they're not going to burst or rupture their abdomen. Now, how old do you guys think that this particular specimen is? So check out the webbing. I love this female right here because she is always just giving us some epic webbing from her spinnerets. I'm not sure if the camera is able to capture this. Is it? Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? You can see me pulling. Whew. Wow. Oh my god, that's kind of cool. I gotta admit it myself. Alright, so how did this particular female get this big and how old is she? Alright, so my guess is that she's probably around 7-8 years old, and I think I've had this particular female for that long, ever since she was a baby. When they start off, they're gonna start off about the size of, like the size of a penny or something, maybe the diameter. So this particular baby is a second instar baby. So this particular one has not had its first meal just yet, and I think in the next week or two it will have its first meal. We offered them crickets, but they have not taken them down yet. So you're gonna fast forward about 6 months or so. They're gonna be about this big. This particular specimen, I'm going to guess, is around 8 months, 9 months. Yes, they do grow very slowly. So this is about the diameter of a quarter, and it's about an inch diagonal leg span. You're gonna fast forward maybe another 6 months or so, and they're gonna look something like, so this is probably gonna be over a year old, this specimen. It's about an inch and a half to an inch and 3/4. I think it's time to put this big girl back. Alrighty. Appreciate the cooperation. This specimen right here is a different generation and about, I want to say, maybe 2 years old. And then we're gonna fast forward, I don't know, from baby till this particular size, I'm gonna guess around 3 to 3.5 years. They'll get about this big. And you could see the difference between a 3-year specimen and a 6, 7, 8-year specimen. They do grow relatively slow compared to a lot of other species, but Grammostolas in general, of course, grow very slow. And because of their super slow growth rate, this particular species of tarantula does live a lot longer than most tarantulas out there. So they live somewhere around 30 years or so, the females. Of course, the males mature out at around 5 years, 6 years, and they will have their ultimate molt, which is their final molt, and then they will just die from natural causes. Females, 30 years. So how do you care for these species? Well, they are pretty much one of the easiest species to care for. They don't need a water dish. I don't use water dishes in any of my enclosures, and they do just fine. As far as substrate goes, just use straight cocoa. And as far as humidity and temperature, just spritz a little bit of water whenever it gets dry, just like that, until the coloration of the cocoa changes from that to that as babies. And then as they grow older, become a little larger, they could be totally adaptable to any environment. So this amount of dryness is okay for them because they're gonna get most of their humidity from the prey. But you know, I could go in there and just spray a little bit of water and they'll be totally fine. No problems, no issues. You can't mess up really with this particular species. Alright, so I wanted this video to be a little bit longer, but there's really not much else to say about this particular species. They are that easy to care for. And one interesting tidbit, they're from South America. Argentina is the country, sometimes also in Paraguay and Uruguay. That's pretty much it for the care, but check this out though. We're gonna do something pretty cool right now. First of all, we're gonna take these tarantulas, these little guys, and we're gonna put them away. And Mr. Cameraman, what do you think I have under my hat?
A bald head?
No, I'm not bald. Actually, I am bald. But we're not going to talk about my balding head right now. I have a male tarantula, a mature male. Look at that. How did it get in there? I don't know. We're going to breed this beautiful female with this male tarantula. Male Chaco. All right, let's see how it's going to go. How is it gonna go? Let's go, let's go. Please don't get eaten today. Being tapped onto. And the male, you can see the male's like giving a little bit of vibration to let the female know that, hey, I am interested and full of sperm. I gotta get this guy off my hat. Woo! Oh, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. It's happening. There is interest from both parties.
Nice.
Yes. Yes, it's happening. This is where we play like that Marvin Gaye song. You know what? I already see insertion. I see insertion. So the front two legs of a male tarantula are the pedipalps, and then at the end of the pedipalps he has what we call boxing gloves, hooks, or the embolia. That's where all the sperm is stored, and then the male tarantula attempts to insert the sperm into the female's hoo-ha, the epigastric furrow, with his semen, and that's how she gets pregnant. That's how she becomes gravid.
How many babies can this species have?
A lot. Like 600, 500.
Whoa!
And Lord knows we need more babies of this species. This is my second favorite species out of all 900 species out there. So we definitely need more. I want to see him deplete his entire sac into her, so we get a lot of fertile babies. So chill, right? She's so calm. What a beautiful, chill, calm female. What do you think, cameraman? How do you feel about this species? What are your 2 cents?
They're one of the best beginner tarantulas. They're one of those tarantulas that I feel comfortable giving to my little sister, because they'll never bite, never kick, unless they're like in pre-molt or something. And they're the second largest Grammostola, so that's also really cool.
What's the first largest Grammostola?
Grammostola hearing guy.
They get massive.
Yeah.
They got like what, 9 inches, 8 inches?
Yeah.
Hearing guys. Wow. They're really impressive species. How big do the actions get?
Not that big.
No?
5, maybe 6 inches.
The dirty dance. All right, guys. I think we're gonna conclude the video. They're probably gonna be going at it for the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes it could take a little bit longer, but you know, we're gonna let him be. He needs to deplete his entire little friends, little man into the female. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of fertile babies. That is the hope. All right, over and out. Cameraman, do like a little circle. And the really nice lighting that we have within the Tarantula, Urban Tarantulas facility. Over and out.
Wait, real quick, before you go, where can I buy a pulchra?
A pulchra or pulchripes?
Pulchripes.
urbantarantulas.com.